Hello everyone, welcome to our September reveal of our County Line Crafts box. This is such a cute craft this month. You're going to absolutely love it. All of our craft kits are shipped in a box, and the box doubles as a painting surface for you to do your project on. Inside our box, we've got our step-by-step directions. You'll also have a picture here of an example of the finished craft for you to look at as you are completing it. We have our 2 foam wedges, our wet wipes, paper plate. We've got our glue in a little cup this month, some Q-tips that we'll use to apply the glue, and then we've got our paint colors. We've got green, brown, black, white, and orange. We've got some straw, some leaves to embellish with, some twine for hanging our sign, and then we've got our sign. We're going to make a cute little scarecrow that says Happy Fall. All right, so let's get started. We've got everything out of the box. I reuse my box from month to month to not be wasteful, but you are welcome to open it up and use it as your painting surface to protect your table. Always put something down, newspaper. You could use an old tablecloth that you reuse, just something to protect your table and not get paint on it. All right, we're gonna take all of our letters off and set them over here to the side. Our eyes, nose, mouth, hat brim. All right, and we are ready to get started. So I'm gonna start with step 1 on our instructions. It says to take out a baby wipe, wrap it around your fingers, dip it into the cream paint, and wipe it on the middle of the scarecrow base where the head is until covered. So this is the middle right here where the circle is. That's the scarecrow's face. And that's what we are going to be doing in the white or cream color. I'm gonna get a baby wipe out. Open up my cream paint. And then wrap it around my fingers, dip it in, and rub it on, going with the direction of the wood grain. Towards the top, like where the hat goes, you don't have to be as careful of staying in the lines because the brim of the hat is going to cover up that area. But down here, the bottom where his shirt is, you do want to pay more attention to detail and try to stay within that circle. And I'm probably gonna do a total of 2 coats on mine to get that good color. All right, so that part is done. I'm gonna set that wipe to the side. Put my lid back on the cream paint, or the white paint. All right, and let's go to step 2. Take out another baby wipe, wrap it around your fingers, dip it into the brown paint, and wipe it onto the top of the scarecrow base where the hat goes, and also on the piece that is the brim of the hat. So up here and this piece. And don't worry about the letters that are scored on this piece. It's okay for them to have paint. Where it says Happy Fall, that's just kind of a template for us when we're gluing our letters on. So. And once again, since the brim of the hat is going to be covering where the head and hat meet, you don't have to be super careful with your lines right there. This is a really pretty brown color. All right. Now I'm gonna do the same thing with our Happy Fall hat brim. Using the wet wipe like this is just such a good way to add color quickly without it being too heavy. It gives you that stain effect. All right, so now we're gonna set that over to the side. Step 3 is take out another baby wipe, wrap it around your fingers, and paint the bottom of the scarecrow base, which is the shirt, green. Set that there. And once again, you're gonna want to be more careful here where your shirt and face come together. And I'm gonna do 2 layers of my green just to get it a little bit darker. Two layers will give it more of a painted look instead of a stained look. We'll set that to the side to dry. Step 4 is using a foam wedge, dip it in the white paint, dab it on the paper plate to remove excess paint, and then using an up and down dabbing motion, don't wipe, dab up and down, paint the happy fall letters. And I'm gonna show you guys a trick at home that makes painting letters easier. If you want to grab some like masking tape or painter's tape, pull off a strip, lay it down with the sticky side up, and then you can stick your letters on there. This is just a little crafting hack that will help everything stay in place and make it easier for you to paint. So dip it in. I got a lot of paint on there. You do not want that. So dab all that extra chunky paint off so that you just have a little bit, and then dab it up and down on your letters to get good even coverage. I'm gonna let that dry just a second, and I'm gonna add a second coat. All right, and we're gonna set that over to the side. And that's just a little hack that makes it a lot faster than trying to hold each letter and dab up and down individually on it. Step number 5 is using the same foam wedge, dip it in the orange paint and dab it on the paper plate to remove the excess. And you're gonna dab up and down on the triangle for the nose. And you don't have to worry about getting all of the white paint off because we don't want our nose to be like perfectly orange. So it's okay to have some of that white mixed in there because it's not necessarily like a carrot. There we go. Number 6, grab another white foam wedge, dip it in the black paint, dab off your extra on your paper plate, and you're gonna paint the rectangles for the eyes and the mouth black using this method. Let's see. Now we need to wait for all of our pieces to dry. Once they are dry, you can glue your letters in place to the hat brim, and if your letters are not dry, you can use a hair dryer to help speed up the process a little bit. So mine are still a little bit damp, so I'm just gonna dry them for a second. We are not using super glue this week, and I will show you why, or this month, sorry. I'll show you why in just a few minutes. So you're just gonna dab your Q-tip into the back of into your glue, and then wipe some on the back of your letter. And this is tacky glue, so you're gonna get a really good bond with it. It just won't be like instantly dry like our super glue would normally be. And then you've got your template for letter placement scored onto our hat brim, so it's easy to know where to stick those on at. Here's our last letter. All right, so those are on. Next step is we're gonna glue on the brim of our hat, our eyes, our nose, and our mouth. But when we are doing our hat, we're also going to stick some straw up underneath that will kind of be poking out on the sides. And I want a little bit to poke out of the top over here too, I think. Kind of like this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a big glob of glue and I'm gonna spread it. Over here. And then I'm gonna stick my straw down onto the glue. And then we'll do the same thing on that side. And then we're gonna apply some glue in the middle here. Don't get too far up. And then you're also going to apply glue to the back of the hat brim. And we're gonna line it up and press it on. This is where you're really gonna see the difference in using the tacky glue instead of the super glue, because with our super glue, our project would pretty much be dry and ready to go. Where with this tacky glue, we're going to have to let it sit and give our glue plenty of time to cure. because it will not be dry and ready to go instantly like we are used to. All right, we're gonna get our mouth and our eyes and our nose. And I'm gonna place them on there before I glue them down. Okay. And if your Q-tip gets too kind of like pulled apart or frayed, you've got 2 Q-tips, so you can grab your spare one to use. Press that on good. And then we have an optional step that you can do where, hold on, we're not there yet. One more thing. Where are my leaves? Here they are. We are gonna glue leaves to the top of the hat over here. So before I glue mine down, I'm gonna lay them out so I can see how I want them to go. Let's see, I think I like that order. And this is one of the reasons we're using tacky glue, is these are fabric, and I've noticed in the past that super glue just doesn't work really well with like fabric and ribbon. It's hard to get it to stay good because the glue just kind of soaks through the fabric instantly and then sticks to your fingers. So with this, we should be able to press it on a little bit better. And I'm just going to apply glue to like the bottom half of my leaves. And then once that's on, give it a good press. There we go. All right, and now we are ready for that optional step where you can take your orange paint and one of your wipes. I'm going to use the wipe that I use for my white paint, and I'm going to dab it in my orange paint, and I'm going to practice on my plate first. I'm just going to do a little circle to give some like colored cheeks to my scarecrow, and that orange is a little bit too orange for me. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some orange paint on my plate and then get some of my cream and mix them together to create a more muted orange like that. And I'm just gonna dab a little. Like this. Just enough to add a little color there. There we go. And then once all of your glue is dry, you will use your twine and put it through the holes that are cut out on top of the hat and tie it together so that you can hang your creation. And I will come back after my little scarecrow guy has finished drying, and I will add in that update for you guys. But as you can see, this one is super cute. He's probably gonna go on my front door when I get finished with him. Thank you guys for watching. If you would like to subscribe and get this box, you can do so at countylinecraft.com. All purchases are through PayPal on my website, or you can also message me and I can directly send you that PayPal link. Thanks, guys.